Hello, everybody, and good evening, good evening, good evening. Today's video session is about not only manifestation, but being in alignment to receive those blessings of manifestation, okay? So, the first thing we're going to talk about is when you guys are in a place and stage of figuring out your necessities over accessories, when you are in a point of your life of trying to figure out things that you absolutely need to help you grow and become a better person. So when you're going through this process of getting rid of old things that serve you no good anymore, they don't serve your higher purpose, they're not helping you become a better person at all. When you are going through that change with these energies, this is where a lot of the time people don't want to call it spiritual warfare, but shadow work is spiritual warfare. And if you are not ready, it will kick your ass. So as much as you understand that shadow working is spiritual warfare, the one thing that you also have to remember, you guys, is as above, so below, as within is without. As much heartache and pain and trauma and things that you are going through, there is also an upside to all of that, okay? As much as you are thinking, I don't have a car, I don't have a house, or anything of that nature right now, that is because other things in time have to take place in order for you to be where you need to be at the right moment in time. That is what we call divine alignment. When you are doing what you are supposed to do, you are allowing things to shed and fall away. You are showing the gratitude and the appreciation right then and there versus trying to wait for it to manifest eventually. You tend to learn that when you are in a place and space of living in thankfulness or living in your gratitude or living in the now, you have to learn how to look at things through childlike eyes. You have to sort of look at things as a mysticism. If you get a blessing out of nowhere, treat it just like that, a mystified blessing that instantly throws you into gratification of just thank you. It don't matter. Thank you, universe. Thank you, spirits. Thank you, auntie. Just whoever is watching my back right now, known or unknown. Just thank you. When you start living in that presence and living in that aspect, it changes your outcome. It changes your life. It changes all of that around you. But not only does it change the things around you, it also starts programming your mindset to learn to be humble more, to be thankful for the little things, not to take everything for granted. There will be things that we take for granted because we feel that we've been putting in the work and, oh, I know it's coming, I know it's coming, I know it's coming. But technically speaking, you not having that is actually your blessing. If that is a power or something that you have abused in the past, that is something that you may not be able to tap back into this life. If you know that in the past that you have sort of abused or manipulated relationships and situations and things of that nature, then in this life it may not be for you to have that again just so you can mess it up a second time. Nah, we ain't doing that. So when you are in a place of manifesting or trying to make your dreams a reality, trying to make the impossible possible, one thing I need all of y'all to do is learn to just say thank you. You don't have to be all magnified or doing all of this extravagance. It doesn't require all of these elaborate rituals. It don't require all of this elaborate bullshit. All it causes for is a sincere heart that is pure in intent. That's it. So when you are coming to these spirit guides and when you are speaking to the universe as a spiritual being itself, called the universe, you still have to show that place and space of humbleness Be in that place of awe. Be in that place of wonder. At the end of the day, as much as you think you know nothing. And from nothing comes something. And once that something is done, guess what? It goes back to being nothing all over again. But it's just the enjoyment of the experience of, at some point, I was something. And I love that energy. I might not have been a lot, but at least I made it from nothing into something. I may have been born into a bad situation, hardship and all of that, but I took that nothing. I took being born into nothing, and I did my spiritual warfare, and I did my shadow work to make sure that even though I came from the void of nothing, I manifested in this realm as something. I manifested in this time and place as something. And even if it's not something to nobody else, guess what? I mean something to me. It means something to me. And it means something to somebody else out there. So when you guys are in that place of manifesting and being on go mode and go mode and go mode, don't forget to say thank you and actually enjoy what you've been going so hard for. You don't want to be one of these people who are putting in all of this spiritual work, putting in all of this manifestation, breaking all of these generational curses and setting all of these beings free and things of that nature. And at the end of the day, you don't get to enjoy the beauty of doing any of it. You don't get to relish in the changes that are getting ready to come. Instead, you are more focused on how to plot your next move. How we finna do this? I need to do that. Well, we gotta do this. I gotta do that. You're operating from a place of something. If you keep trying to fill that place of nothing with something, you have to remember back to the nothing it returns. For those of you that are very much hard up, even into Christianity and reading the Bible, I give you all this challenge. Tell me where in the beginning of the book, or in the Old Testament, does it say anything about you guys elevating to a hell or a heaven? In the beginning of the Bible, it simply says that you guys were created of the dust, and to the dust you shall return. It mentions nothing about the God-like or Jesus Christ consciousness until well into the New Testament. So for those of you that have harbored hard on that everlasting love of, I'm going to heaven and hell, technically speaking, your Bible says that no, you're not. Your Bible says there is no heaven and hell for you if you are created of the dust. You go back to dust. You are created from nothing into something. And guess what? Back to the nothing you go. Now, of course, throughout the Bible, it starts evolving, and it talks about people actually reaching that God mind, that Godhead, that consciousness, which is something that all of us should definitely be striving for. But there is no point of manifesting or striving for that consciousness if you are not going to put yourself in alignment to receive what you are asking for. If you know for a fact you've been wanting to run your business, you've been wanting to expand and do all of these great things, have you put yourself in alignment to do so? Or are you still a hoping and thinking and wishing and a praying that it's just going to happen? Well, I need to make this money, and I got kids and I can't be doing what everybody else do. So what you're trying to say to me is that a savings fund is not in your near future, and that is something that you do not feel like you should take part in. Because at the end of the day, you can make that possible. But you have to align up to do that and make it possible. You can't sit here and talk about how much you want a soulmate and all of this other stuff, and then when you actually find your soulmate, you're dumbfounded. You're struck. You being stuck on stupid and not being in alignment with the person that actually has come for you. You still being stuck in that void space of nothing and fear, trying to replace that nothing with something. You will end up losing your something and go back to nothing. Blessings and lessons are not supposed to be long term, you guys. They are short term blessings and lessons. If somebody is blessing you right now, that does not mean that that blessing is going to be there 5 years from now. If I get a house today, that does not mean that I'm going to wake up tomorrow and my house is still going to be here. Anything is possible. So you have to make sure that you are preparing yourself and being in alignment, because you're going to be asking for some shit, and when it comes to you, you ain't going to be ready. You ain't going to know what the fuck to do. You're going to be sitting there looking like, I'm not ready. Well, when you were manifesting and asking for it, your energy said, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. So we're here. We're ready to go. And you still stuck on, I'm not ready. Oh my God, there's so much that needs to be done. Yeah, we knew. We knew there was a lot of stuff to be done, you know? What am I supposed to do if it's so much stuff that's supposed to be done? I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. I asked for all of this stuff, and now I don't know what to do. You know what you do, sweetie? You woo-sa. You breathe in your nose, hold for 3 seconds, and you exhale deep. That is what you do. A lot of you are stuck in that main frame of being stable and stuck in one place. And what I manifest, I bring to me. So what happens when you manifest some shit that you can't actually bring to you? You actually have to go retrieve it. But because you are not properly prepared or in alignment to go retrieve it, now you're still stuck in that place and space of manifestation, and you're sort of a slap to the universe because they done blessed you with what you done asked for. And what did you do? I'm not ready. 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 So now that you're not ready, you have to reevaluate your whole plan of manifestation, because since you are not ready to be in alignment with what you are manifesting, now the universe is going to make you work twice as hard, because they blessed you once. They blessed you indeed and abundantly. But you can't say that you want a new man, you want a new husband, if you still sitting on the last one. You got to move around. You can't say, I'm waiting on my queen, and when she comes, I'm going to give her everything. If you ain't even put yourself in alignment to realize, hey, the reason that you got the queen to give everything to is because she's going to be the person to help you get it how you live to begin with. You're still stuck in that phase of manifesting. Oh, I know it's coming. I know it's coming. It's already here, and you're getting ready to watch it pass you by. So when you guys are manifesting and putting in all this work, it's the little things that really mean and matter the most. When you're showing your respect and your humbleness and your gratitude for ways being made out of no way, for connections being made out of no way, for doors opening out of no way, you still have to be in alignment to receive a lot of those blessings. And if you are not in alignment to receive, then yeah, baby, they're going to pass you by. You're going to be sitting here thinking it was a fluke or it was just a spiritual message. No, that was your blessing. And now it's finna turn into a long-ass lesson. When you guys are going through this shadow work and shadow healing, you have to remember you are going to a completely different space of being. You are not going to the outward world to look for love and light and prosperity. When you are going to the shadow realm, once again, you have to remember what a shadow is. This is the definition of light being projected and something projected onto something, and there's something else in the middle. This right here would be what we call ego, shadow self. When you are dealing with your shadow self, you are now getting ready to deal with spiritual warfare of self, inward, internally, dealing with you, yourself, I, and all 14 generations of your ancestors. And this is why it is so important to learn and study all of you, and not just parts of your aspect. Learn as much about your spiritual makeup as you can. Remain spiritually grounded and guided at all times, and let those ancestors teach you and guide you and allow you to maneuver through the ether so flawlessly, so that the information that is meant for you just naturally flows and comes to you. But if you are always stuck in that mind state of, oh, well, I have to prepare. Oh, well, I have to do this. Oh, well, this needs to be ordered. You are still setting yourself up for failure by preparing for something that may not or may happen. You are not walking in that full manifestation. You are not walking in that full alignment. You still are trying to put one pinky toe in, but not dive in as you keep portraying you're ready for it. So, again, you guys, when you are doing this manifestation, when you are doing all of the shadow work, when you are dealing with yourself, remember, number one, it's lessons and blessings. The spirit in the universe will test you to see if this is really what you want. And they will put it to you raw, bare, and ugly just to see if this is what you want. Once it comes to you, do not become lackadaisical. Take the lesson and the blessing and keep it pushing. Learn to transmute that energy on the spot and stop procrastinating. Every time you put a blockage up or you put a stop up, you are just now giving more time and place and space to other energies and entities to occupy that place of nothing with something, because you're not in alignment. The next thing, stop, look, and listen. Y'all already know that's one of my biggest things, you guys. Stop what you're doing, okay? You might be doing too much. That's why you don't get the messages. Slow down. Slow down, baby. You're going too fast. You got your hands in the air with your feet on the gas. About to wreck your future, running from your past. You need to slow down, baby. Slow it down. Stop what you're doing. You don't always have to be in this manic phase or this mania phase either of gotta do it. I'm late, I'm ready for it. No, slow it down, sweetie. Breathe. The point of being an empathetic or energetic being is to feel the waves, feel the current, know when to push out and set sail, know when to sit the fuck back. Know when it's time for you to move into your season. When it's actually time. Don't become a hindrance to yourself, and don't become your own worst enemy. Your next one after you stop. Look at the spiritual messages Spirit is allowing to be held around you. Look at the places Spirit has brought you from to where you are now. That is the best time to show how much humbleness and how much gratitude and how grateful you are. And not only that, that is the perfect time to start really loving on yourself. Because, hey, my nigga, you made it. You did that shit. Yes. Give yourself that prop, man. You deserve that love too. You deserve that encore too. You deserve that gratitude as well, but it has to come from you first, the original source of gratification. You. If you truly feel that you do not deserve it or you are not ready for it, trust me, your higher self will make sure that you do not have it. Because in the back of your mind, you already know, I want this, but when it comes down to it, yeah, I can't deal with that. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Just not long term. But you being caught up in the now on your mankind or human emotions, your energetic motions, you're stuck on that go drive of, oh, I want it. And you're not looking and paying attention to Spirit done showed you a red sign. They done showed you a stoplight. Hell, they done collapsed the building in front of your ass telling you, don't do it. But because you still doing this on go mode, Your blessing is now gone. After you stop, after you look and you listen, your last one is listen. Listen, Linda. Listen. I'm going to tell you this right now. And this is for a lot of my people who come and get my readings as well. For those of you that would like readings, www.tranquiltruths333.com. That is www.tranquiltruths333.com. Book me. But when you are in this place of listening, once you stop, once you look, and you start listening to the real messages and blessings that Spirit is giving you. Sometimes they be giving you props for accomplishing a lot of your most greatest and deepest feats. But you too busy stuck on, I gotta get it. Woo! Gotta get it. They've been telling you already that you have that already. You've earned it already. Hell, we done gave it to you in a multitude and of abundance. You wanted a man that was going to have your back and be able to be on the same spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional level with you. Well, bow, here he is. And he ready to go have slushies tonight. Or are you ready to go operate in your human form and in your human being phase of, oh, well, that takes planning and preparation because I remember the last time that this happened, it went really, really bad. Stop living your present life as your past experience. Stop trying to time travel in two different dimensions. That's why that does not work. Whatever happened in your past is not right now. Stop trying to walk forward looking backwards. It never, ever works. Boo, boo. So, with that being said, you guys, if you are going to be out here doing your shadow work and manifesting a better life, be ready for the heartache. Be ready for the pain. Be ready for the hell. Be ready for the slander. Be ready to transmute all of this negative energy on the spot. Because if you don't, it will start to eat at you and become one with those energetic demons all over again. You guys got to remember, spiritual warfare, shadow work. These demons and energies do not sleep nor rest. So while you think you sleeping, you're slipping on your pimping, trust me, they getting down on the other end. Okay? Okay. And if you are not aligning yourself to receive your blessing when it get dropped, it will drop right past you and you will be waiting another 3 years for your soulmate to come back around to see if it worked again this time. Did you get the exit this time? They said exit left. 32. Georgia. Or are you going to keep going to Pensacola in Louisiana? I'm just wondering. They told you where to get off. They told you the lesson, the blessing, and all of that. All you had to do was stop, look, and listen. And then receive. And live in that humbleness. Live in that gratitude. Live in that love. Live in that honesty. Live in that proudness. Live in that abundance. And stop planning for it and watching it pass you by because you was waiting on a plan instead of taking action. You are manifesting something, and now that something done passed you by, and now you stuck back at nothing. So again, my loves, when you guys are doing this shadow work, please remember this is spiritual warfare. Shadow work is spiritual warfare. Shadow work is spiritual warfare. Shadow work is spiritual warfare. I will say it again because nobody else wants to talk about the shadow aspect and the truth. Shadow work is spiritual warfare. If you are not properly equipped to go to spiritual warfare, you are half-assing your healing. So with that being said, you guys, y'all know my motto. Namaste, you guys, but no, I'm going to stay over here.